Hey everyone, very special video today. We have our very first Overwatch special event, and what does this mean? Well, if you haven't played World of Warcraft or Hearthstone or some other games from Blizzard that tend to treat holidays like these special occasions where they'll bring content into the game that's specially designed to celebrate real-world events, whether it's a holiday or whether it's something like the Olympics that we see celebrated by Overwatch this week. And I think it's really, really cool the way that they're handling it so far, and more importantly, I'm excited about where we can go from here. That there's several things in this update, in this patch, that really give us a glimpse into the future of Overwatch and maybe give some subtle hints as to what we can expect for future content patches and future ways that Blizzard plans on keeping the game fresh and keeping the game updated in a way that makes it so players don't feel like they're just grinding experience, grinding levels out, that there's some more incentive to come back to the game and have it feel fresh each time. First, let's take a look at what actually we got in this patch, and a majority of it is the content of more collectibles. We got a ton more sprays, we got player icons, we got emotes, and we got player skins. I mean, there's a huge amount of collectible content here that will definitely keep those people that are going for the 100% collectibles busy. It's funny because I've seen people complaining about, well, you know, this messes up my completionist goal, but I mean, they are cosmetics, and that's, if for people that are passionate about that, I appreciate the fact that they want to get 100% collectible, but the challenge of being a collector is willing to put in the extra time and the extra effort, willing to spend trying to collect these extra events for a limited time offer. I think that if they decide to keep them in the game, I'm okay with that, but I do like the idea of a real limited, like, I was there, I participated in this. As far as content, as far as playable content that we got a new brawl this week, and this is what I find really interesting, is that this brawl is completely different than all the brawls we've seen in the past. Rather than a slight change in rule set or a mix-up of which heroes you can play, this was a completely new map with a completely new rule set. It was a new game mode, essentially what we got, and this is exciting in a lot of ways. Not only was the game itself pretty fun, I actually enjoyed my 10 or so matches that I had in Lucio Ball, where it's essentially, if you haven't played Rocket League, it's essentially a Rocket League style game where there's this giant ball and you yourself act as the player hitting this ball around the arena, and it's fun in a lot of ways. It's about, you know, playing the angles and seeing if you can get to the ball first and be able to essentially angle your shot in a way that will throw the other team off. And I found that it was fun, but, you know, it's one of those things, hey, it's here for a week. It's not going to hold my attention 100% of the time. It's something that I can play on the side and occasionally have fun with, just maybe a break from the regular grind. It's essentially an Overwatch-themed minigame, and if you look at it like this, there's a huge amount of potential for the future. If they're willing to make an entirely new map and an entirely new set of rules to put into a brawl setting, a weekly event that is something that maybe comes up once or twice a year as they rotate in and out, I really find this fascinating. And if they can get a dedicated team just working on the idea of creating unique content for the brawl system, and it comes close to being able to touch the special event brawl will become something that people can look forward to. You know, right now it's just you see what the new one is this week, and you kind of either look at it and go, well, that sounds interesting, but I'm going to go play competitive. Or you look at it and you go, you know what, I'm going to try that a few times. That sounds pretty cool. And you go in, you give it a few tries. I think something like this, something like Lucio Ball, is touching the surface of what might keep people coming back throughout the course of the week. That they may play Lucio Ball maybe 3 or 4 times and then go back to competitive, but they'll play it every day. I think if you have a different rule set and a different map and something that feels polished, it feels like it is a mini game within Overwatch, you're going to get more and more people participating, and I think Brawl can really be something. I highly encourage you guys, if you haven't played Overwatch in a while, you're taking a break from the game, and you see that this update has come in, I highly encourage you to come back, give it a try. Maybe you've missed a few content balance patches, and some heroes that you tried before are slightly different. I think that this is a great opportunity to come back to the game and maybe see what you've missed. If you haven't had a chance to try Lucio Ball out, come back in and give it a try and collect some of these new awesome emotes and skins and some really interesting content in this particular patch. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in game.